get out for a drive here. It is crazy how dead everything is. It's my radar detector. Thank you, Rob Ferretti, for that shit. That was the best $500 I think I've ever spent. Went over to the gas station. It's a little cold out today, so I didn't really have anything planned as far video-wise goes, but I knew I needed gas, so I hopped in the car, ran over, filled it up, and kind of got the urge to just take a drive. Just kind of one of them things, just decided to go for a cruise. I wanted to talk about the Camaro lineup. And why I think the SS1LE is the sweet spot in the lineup as far as the Camaro hierarchy scale goes. You know, for the, what is it, 46, 47,000, you know, if you want to get the 2SS, it's 52, 55,000, somewhere in that area. But definitely not the $65,000 to $80,000 range, which the ZL1s and the ZL1 1LEs are going for. But yeah, I heard everybody online talking about the C7 Corvette last year and how the Grand Sport is the sweet spot in the Corvette lineup. Well, I believe that the SS1LE is the sweet spot in the Camaro lineup. For the money, you're getting everything the ZL1 has. Like I said, aesthetically, you're not going to get the rear spoiler. I mean, you will on the 2SS Camaro, but you're not going to get the rear camera, which is, you know, slash and or mirror, which the ZL1 has, which is pretty cool in my opinion. But I just think the ZL1, if you're just looking for a badass street car which you can build, which that's me, that's my butter zone, I believe that the SS1LE is it. It's, you get the same you know, footprint, so you're getting the same, you know, obviously the wheelbase, you're getting the same tire size, everything is the same. You're getting the magnetic ride, you're getting the electronic limited slip differential, everything. You know, pretty much all the aero, except for the ZL1 1LE, is pretty much the same. You're not getting the side skirts, but I will say this, daily driving the car, definitely SS. Both of them require, you know, a minimum of 91 octane fuel, but the fuel mileage in the SS is obviously going to be better. 455 horse, it's enough to daily drive. You'll get used to it and you're going to want more, but even still, you're getting the same TR6060 transmission. It's the exact same that you're getting in the ZL1. As far as manuals go, you're getting the exact same 10-speed transmission. And you know, whatever you throw at it, it's going to handle. And even the differential. You're getting the same differential with the final drive in the 1LE track pack. You're getting the 373, you know, ring and pinion with the electronic limited slip differential. It's the same. I don't know if the half shafts or the axles are the same, but everybody that I've watched building these cars, they handle the power. They say that the weak link to these cars is the pistons. And from what I'm gathering, you can get up to 600, 650 horsepower to the tire before you're gonna really start having problems. 600 at the tire with the 15% parasitic drivetrain loss is gonna be 690 at the crank. I mean, that's more than the ZL1 comes with right off the showroom floor. And I'm sure you can do it for less than $20,000, which the ZL1 is gonna cost you right out of the gate. What the ZL1 has as far as launch control and the line lock, you know, MSD has a pretty sweet two-step launch control system, and there's a bunch of companies at Grand Tele. I mean, there's a ton of them that are making the line lock feature, and I kind of like that better because press a brake, hold a button, and you're done. You don't have to go through the infotainment center, which takes, you know, a couple minutes or whatever. You can just, if you're at a stoplight, press the brake, hold the button, do your burnout, and go. You know what I mean? You don't have to go through the complicated system. And, you know, if you add all that, I think the you know, each kit's about $300 a piece. If you figure in miscellaneous odds and ends, which you know, probably missing out, tack on another $100, you're still under $1,000 for all those options to add. And pretty much the only thing you have to do is, if you're ordering the car brand new or whatever, just leave the PDR off and it's paid for itself. And you get all the options of a QSS that you're gonna really miss having a 1SS, or that you think that you're really gonna need. The ambient lighting, as far as, like, you know, the lights on the door panels and the, you know, the LED wet lights, which you can change the color, it's cool, but I can definitely live without it. Sunroof, no thanks. And I'm trying to think, there's a couple like hidden features, like if you double tap the unlock and hold on the second press, you know, on hot days they'll automatically roll your windows down, you know, and let all the hot air out until you start the car. There's a couple little knickknacks and whatever that you're gonna miss on having a 1SS, but as far as performance wise goes, you can definitely make it up for under $1,000 and have one hell of a car. These cars are stupid fast. The $20,000 premium that the ZL1 is going to cost you, I believe, you know, it's going to be worth it if you plan on collecting the car or if you're worried about resale value. If you're just strictly trying to have fun on a budget, 1SS LE all the way. You're gonna get, you know, the stiffer, you know, sway bars, the suspension setup. Man, I'm telling you what. You're gonna get the sticky tires. I don't know if they come through on the auto. It sounds like a freaking giant rain sticker. But fun for the money, bang for the buck. Definitely the SS1 LE. I mean, this thing is amazing. You're gonna get all the handling characteristics of a ZL1. I don't know if it's just where I live here in Iowa, but they have, for insurance, they have a threshold of 500 horsepower, which this obviously stays under and saves you significantly on insurance. I know my insurance, I don't have any accidents, I don't have any speeding tickets, I got a squeaky clean driving record, and I've got a couple cars on my policy, and it's like $153 a month for all of them. I think that's pretty good, it's pretty reasonable. I will say, if you plan on going, if you buy an LT1, financially, I think it's gonna make sense if you stay right around 550 wheel horsepower, maybe 600. Otherwise, it's gonna cost, I think it's gonna cost too much to buy the kit, you know, pay someone to tear the motor down, balance blueprint, all the internals, which Vengeance Racing was saying that they have, you know, a piston drop-in kit, which you can do at home, which sounds pretty interesting to me, but it just doesn't make, if you do not plan on exceeding the 550 to 600 wheel horsepower limit, which the LT1 is pretty much capped at. it really doesn't make a whole lot of financial sense to buy the ZL1. If you plan on, you know, going like 1,000 horsepower or whatever, it'd probably make more financial sense to buy the ZL1. I think that would be a smarter play. The transition for gaining more power in the ZL1 is going to be a whole lot cheaper in the long run, and you get the you know, ZL1 VIN number. Your resale is going to be better. So I think, you know, in the long run, I think the ZL1 is going to be a better play if you plan on going that crazy. If not, you plan on buying the car, daily driving it, keeping it, you know, 500 to, you know, 550 wheel horsepower, I think SS1LE all the way. You're going to save insurance. You know, you're going to get the same handling. You're going to get the same tech goodies. The suspension setup, everything's going to be the same. And it's going to cost you a little less. And it still gets a lot of attention. I mean, people, as soon as they see that matte black hood and all the matte black accessories, the people that know what it is will give you compliments and stare and give you thumbs up. And it, you know, it's not a stupid amount of attention like an exotic would be or whatever. But, I mean, no matter which way you go with these cars, the amount of performance is, it's a freaking bargain. It's a steal. I believe when the Camaro SS, or when the 1LE track package became available, they took the ZL1 to the Nürburgring, and that ran a time of 7 minutes and 16 seconds. I'll put it up here. And when they did that, they made they did kind of like a virtual estimated simulated time with the SS, and it was only like 15 seconds slower. I mean, this car is ridiculous as far as the capabilities go, and you know, you're talking sub $50,000 mark. It's insane. I don't see how anybody can do anything, and it comes with a warranty. Until this car hits 12,000 miles, I have to check with my dealer. 12,000 miles. I don't have to do shit to this thing. The only thing I really got to do is keep top off fluids. I got a free oil change, you know, windshield washer fluid, replace wiper blades. Aside from that, I don't have to replace shit on this thing. And the warranty is outstanding. Everything that I have taken this car in for, 0 complaints. They have just, okay, no problem, waiting room's over there. We'll get to it as fast as we can. Amazing service. I cannot say enough good things about the level of customer service that I've received from Chevrolet. And the thing is when they, you know, they sell you this car, they know what the hell you're gonna do. They know you're gonna take it out and beat it up, and no complaints. I think it's amazing, and that's pretty much what's kept me a lifelong customer until something changes. But I have watched a couple recent videos of an EV Camaro. I'm not a big fan of that. I think that would be totally just gutting the platform, and I don't know, the gasoline engine. I believe that if it has EV assistance, like maybe like the P1 has, where it, you know, will assist and fill in like the gaps where the gasoline engine lags, and will, you know, give it some boost and acceleration, and man, that thing would be fucking crazy. If they do an EV platform, that might be the end of it for me. I think EVs are great, but beyond a daily commuter, I don't see a use for EV in my life. I'm happy that they exist, and I'm glad that you know, they're catching traction, they're gaining traction. But you know, day-to-day, A to B, I think they're great. They're smart. It's a smart play financially, but as far as like my weekend car or my fun toy or whatever, no, there's just a lack of soul and character, and that they'll just never be able to, you know, fill that void that the gasoline motor, which we have now, is just, nope. I just don't see it being able to fill those shoes. But anyways, I'm gonna head on back home. Hopefully all this corona crap passes. Hopefully everybody can get back to work. Fortunately, I'm still able to work every day, and I feel for those that are not. But other than that, that's where I'm gonna leave it, guys. I hope you guys are having a good day, and I will see you guys on the next one.